Seat of Higgins in Victoria. We're talking about the inner east of Melbourne, and again, some very wealthy suburbs in this area and a very healthy margin. The redistribution puts it 7.4%. But can Katie Allen win it? She's taking over, of course, from Kelly O'Dwyer, so incumbency gone. Jason Ball from the Greens said to be the closer of the two people challenging her. Fiona McLeod from the Labor Party also went with a shot, so the polling puts this seat a lot closer than the Liberal Party would be confident with. We've got our reporter Gabriella Power on the ground there. Gabriella, tellingly, the Greens leader Richard Di Natale casting his vote in Higgins. This is what the leaders always do if they want to try to draw attention to one particular seat. So in this case, the Greens will be desperate to add to their lower house numbers, given they could lose numbers in the Senate.
That's right, Tom. Well, Greens leader Richard Di Natale is out here in Higgins today. He's been speaking to locals, he's been handing out flyers, and he casted his vote here about an hour and a half ago, and as he did, he shouted, "Go Greens." He was alongside Greens candidate for Higgins, Jason Ball. He's a mental health advocate, and their pitch to voters here in Higgins is that they will do more on climate change. The government holds the seat of Higgins with a margin of 7.4% against the Greens and a buffer of 10.1% against Labor. As you mentioned, it's held by Kelly O'Dwyer, who is retiring, and now Dr. Katie Allen has stepped up. She will be contesting the seat of Higgins for the Liberal Party. This is an affluent area in inner Melbourne, and it has been traditionally a safe Liberal seat. It's been previously held by two Prime Ministers, Harold Holt and John Gorton, and also former Treasurer Peter Costello. But Richard Di Natale says voters here want change, and they want to see more done on climate change.
And that's what's happening in these electorates. Lifetime Liberal voters saying we've never felt like our vote has counted here. And it does for the very first time. I'm sick of the Liberal Party, their inaction on climate change, the infighting, and we're going to vote for the Greens for the very first time.
This is, of course, a three-way contest, and high-profile barrister Fiona McLeod is running for the ALP. She says voters here are sick of the revolving door of Prime Ministers we've seen in the Liberal Party. The government's final pitch for voters here in Higgins was a promise of a $16.5 million investment for better mental health services. We will have to wait and see if that's enough for the Liberals to hold on to the seat of Higgins.